And this morning, I am joined by one amazing and wonderful woman. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
Well, thank you. How are you?
I am well. I am well. You know, for the men and the women that may have not yet had an encounter with you and the amazing work that you do, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Pertunia Mathole from Nobody Ramutiba. I went to study LLB at the University of Limpopo. I served my articles in Polokwane, and then I got admitted as attorney of the High Court in Polokwane as well. I'm currently owning my own law firm, and I'm operating in Polokwane. I do makeup part-time, and I also do content creation. I do pageants, as well as judge pageants.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. Now, before we get into where you are right now, take us back a little bit. Did you always dream? Did you always dream the life that you are living now? Or did you have other plans in life?
With pageantry, no. But with law, yes. I remember when I was in grade 7, most grade 7s have something called career day. Mm-hmm. And then you get to dress as the person that you want to be in future.
Okay.
So on my grade 7 career day, I was dressed as a lawyer.
Wow.
By that time, I didn't know the difference between an attorney and an advocate. So I was just like, I want to be a lawyer.
Okay.
And somewhere along the way, I then figured myself to say, no, I actually want to take the attorney route.
Wow. What is it that inspired this career choice? I mean, for a lot of young people, yes, of course, we'll get the career days. They will tell us of the available career options. But you don't necessarily know. You're just thinking of the fancy day.
Exactly, the fancy title.
Yes.
There was this TV drama or soapy. It was So Cool and Partners. Not sure if you still remember it.
Okay.
Sometime back in the day. So it was about this woman who was a powerful attorney, mm-hmm. Working at one of the successful law firms, and she was fighting justice for underprivileged children. So at that time, when I was in primary, I was like, I want to fight for justice for underprivileged people.
Wow.
So as time went by, it became more than just about justice, also about myself as well. In the process of fighting for justice or administering justice, mm-hmm. I also want to elevate myself and my background.
Wow. Hey, that is amazing. And that also comes with a burden. Yeah, I want to uplift my family. I want to uplift my community.
Exactly.
But then there comes the pressure. The pressure, no, man. Whatever it is that you are doing, you're not only doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your family. You're doing it for the community. Talk to me about that.
The siblings. I feel that you have to constantly check your every move, because when you are in a professional space, you have to, even if you are at home or at social gatherings, mm-hmm. you always have to carry yourself professionally, because mm-hmm. We live in an age where sometimes some things can be misinterpreted. Okay. So you always have to check how you conduct yourself. Mm-hmm. Your family is looking up to you. I'm the firstborn in my family. Okay. So obviously my parents' hopes and dreams are on me. Mm-hmm. I have siblings, so my younger brothers, they're also looking up to me. So whatever that I do, I have to make sure that I'm staying on track. Yes.
Then talk to me about this. Your parents are looking up to you.
Yes.
Your siblings are looking up to you. And I'm sure at the back of your mind, there's that conscious decision that my parents have sacrificed to get me where I am. They have denied themselves things so that I can be where I am. Talk to me about that.
That is so true. I come from a very underprivileged background. My parents do not have a formal education post-matric. So me being their firstborn and being the first one to be a graduate, I'm also putting a pressure on my siblings as well to say, you have to follow these footsteps. But at the same time, because you are the firstborn, you have to take care of the ones that come after you, and also your parents for raising you as well. Mm-hmm. So with these expectations, you have to work twice as hard than you would normally do. So yeah.
And how did that affect you? I mean, I could imagine when others were partying There was that time when you were like, I wish I could.
I think for me, not really into partying has nothing to do with my parents, because as you grow up, you are no longer your parents. You find yourself. You find yourself and your place in the society. So for me, I grew up from a very Christian background. They're from the ZCC church. So when I was in high school, obviously because I'm under the parents, I'm doing everything the church way. And then I go to varsity and then I try to fit in, I try to party, and you're like, actually, this is not me. This is not my kind of fun. My kind of fun is shopping and other things. So yeah, for me, my kind of fun, of course, I do play around sometimes because I can't always be working and studying.
Yes.
I do take a break and time for myself. But yeah, my kind of fun is shopping, makeup, get ready with me. Yeah, those are my kind of party.
There's a young woman who is listening to us have this conversation. There's a young woman who will be watching the video on YouTube. Or you are different. Or you don't have the pressures that I have. There's pressure that I'm getting from social media to conform, to do what they want me to do. There's pressure from my peers everywhere. Someone somewhere has an opinion and they want me to become someone. Talk to that young lady.
Social media can build you or break you. It depends on what you consume from it. So I would say that firstly, find yourself and find the things that align with you. You are going to come across a lot of criticism. So not all criticism is bad. As long as it's constructive, then it can help build you. But those ones that are negative, do not allow them to define you or to affect your self-esteem. We constantly come across negative comments. I think being in the public space, you are told you're too skinny for your age, you're not pretty enough, all those kind of things that would normally affect your self-esteem. But when you have found yourself, you understand where those negative things come from. They come from people trying to project or to bring you down because they see where you are headed. They see where you're going. So find yourself. You'll always have pressure. No one can come here and say, I've always had it easy in life. Even the ones who come from privileged backgrounds, they were battling other things that we don't know about. So no one walks around with their problems written on their forehead. So do not envy other people's life. With social media, you see people, they have already established themselves, they're already there, and you think you can just get there overnight. When you want something, you have to work towards it. It doesn't just happen.
And how do you find yourself then? How do you find yourself? Because this young woman or this young man is saying, well, okay, I hear you. I need to find myself. But how do I do it?
With me, I've always had mentors along the way. Sometimes you are in a position where you're not sure of where you're headed, or maybe balance has been struck out. But when you have mentors to guide you along the way and to help you with your journey, you then realize that, okay, this is actually what I want, or this is actually not what I want.
Wow, that is amazing right there, because I always say when it comes to mentorship, that you and I don't have all the time in the world to learn from our own mistakes.
And you cannot have everything figured out all at once.
Yes. And not only that, but you and I don't also have the pain tolerance to learn from the pains that you and I, because some mistakes, they don't leave you the same.
Exactly.
You are a totally different person after those mistakes. And you're someone. Talk to me maybe about a mistake that you made that taught you the most about you.
Obviously, growing up, you make a lot of mistakes. As persons, you are not perfect. But I would say the biggest mistake that I've ever made was to succumb to peer pressure. Peer pressure is a lot. And I myself at some point have witnessed that or have to go through that. So I feel that However, I wouldn't change anything from my past. I feel that my mistake have actually contributed or shaped me to where I am today. Had it not been for those mistakes, I wouldn't have learned. I remember when I finished my LLB, I had to go to law school, and then I applied to all the law schools, obviously, because you never know where you would be accepted to. And then I got acceptance in almost all the law schools that I've been that I've applied to, Polokwane, Joburg, and Pretoria. But, because of friends, and I have this one friend I hold so dearest to my heart, and she wasn't only accepted at Pretoria and not at all the universities, all the other law schools. So I was like, I can go to law school in Polokwane now because I have the acceptance. It was around April, or I can wait for August and then go with my friends to Pretoria because I still have acceptance that side.
Okay.
So yes, I actually wasted some months of my life not doing anything, just waiting for that time. So me and my friend, can go to Pretoria and experience life in Pretoria and law school.
Wait. What is it that motivated that? Is it the friendship? Like, what is it that motivated that? Because when you've got your own opportunities,
I think it also came with, I didn't have the pressure. She had the pressure to go there because it was her only choice. That's why she was accepted. But with me, because I had very good marks in university, so I didn't have the pressure. I had the acceptance throughout.
Yes.
So yes, wherever I go, I knew that I had space in all the law schools. So I had the option to choose. So when you have the option, you sometimes waste time. But when you do not have the option, if that is your only chance, you're going to grab that. Yeah.
Wow. Because I'm trying to think. If it was me,
no, I had options.
Yeah.
Yes.
You had lots of options, and yeah. Okay. Now, what are some of the things that happen, or the pressures that happen in your career? Talk to me about those.
In my modeling career, or in
Let's go both.
Okay. In my professional career, when you're starting your own practice, it takes time. They say Rome is not built in one day. So it's still a work in progress. And sometimes, imposter can attack you. Sometimes you have imposter syndrome. You have to constantly ask yourself, am I doing things the way that they're supposed to be done? You don't want to make mistakes because you are a junior. So when you are working, you have to make sure that you deliver a perfect work so that your clients can refer your work to the next people. Because if you disappoint your clients, then that means your business will not grow at the rate that it's supposed to grow. And when it comes to modeling, it has to do with the overall public support, because our social media engagements counts, our online voting counts, and also you have to raise sponsorships, and your wardrobe as well. Your final wardrobe has to be on point. So it's all those things that counts that they give you pressure. And with social media, you find in pageantry, they love calling them hot picks. So they kind of like predict who's going to be crowned, who's going to come first, who's going to make it to the top 10. Yeah, and you look at those hot picks and you're nowhere near that. And yeah, somehow your confidence can crash a little, but we keep working.
Talk to me about this. Because it's not always that you would get a chance to talk to you guys. Yeah, let me say you guys. You models. It's because the expectations that we have of you, the way that we want you to look, the way that judges want you to look. Talk to me about the pressure of being a model here and the price that you are paying there.
Before you even come to the judging part, when you're still in your everyday life, obviously I have a life outside of modeling. I can't always show up with makeup, lashes, everything perfect, heels. Sometimes we wake up late to work and you are hurrying. You don't have time to be doing makeup. You have to be in court at a certain time, and you have to also prepare for that court. There is no time to apply makeup every day or to be looking perfect every day. You can't doll up every day. So people expect that when they meet you in your everyday life, they have to meet that person that they've seen in the pictures, which cannot be true, because you've only seen me on that day when I was in my, I can't say in my beautiful mode because obviously every day I'm beautiful, but when I was in my enhanced mode.
Okay.
So when you see me in my everyday mode, I'm obviously going to look different because now I'm not wearing makeup and now I'm not wearing heels. Now I'm just my normal self. Even when I just go to the mall to just buy bread, you cannot expect me as a person to do makeup because I'm going to buy bread at the mall. So yes, and then when it comes to the judges, we have until September to present ourselves.
Okay.
So for the next 5 months, we are being judged and we are being looked at. So how you present yourself in those 5 months really matters.
Okay.
You have to present yourself in a way that say you are a prototype for this pageant, meaning you can be the face of this pageant. Before you even go to the final competition, before you even set your foot on that stage, you already have a pre-advantage marks scores from the journey.
Okay.
They have seen your face, they have seen your wardrobe, they have seen or heard what you advocate for. So those things have been judged before the main judging day. So what people see on stage is just the final touch-ups that doesn't even carry a lot of marks. All the marks have been accumulated throughout the 5 months period.
Wow. This is something else. Because the assumption is that you are going to be judged on the stage. That's the assumption.
Yes, you're going to be judged, but that doesn't carry a lot of marks. That's why sometimes you find people who attend pageants, they be like, no, they've actually robbed that person. That person was good, they had the perfect work. And you find that no one was robbed. They were judged fairly. Just that others have accumulated more marks prior to the final day. Let's say, for example, the judging is out of 100% and stage carries 30%.
Ooh.
So if I come with my 60% from the 5 months period, and then on the day of the pageant, which is 30%, I get, let's say I get 10%. So that is going to give me 70%. But you, along the journey, you have gotten 20%. And on the day of the pageant, because your work is so good, your dress is so perfect, you get the whole 30%. That's going to add to your 20%. So obviously, you're not going to make it. Although you were perfect on the final day, but you didn't have an advantage coming into the final day.
Wow. And talk to me about that journey. Talk to me about that journey in that 5 months. As you are preparing yourself, as you are getting yourself ready, how is that like? How is life there? How is the pressure to always be on your A game? You don't want to fight with anyone. Talk to me about that.
So I think the good thing is that they give us a finalist handbook that shows us what they are actually expecting, the things that you should be looking out for in your journey.
Okay.
So when I first got the handbook, what I did was to journalize my diary to say, okay, when it comes to May, this is what I'm going to do, so that I'm able to balance between my work and my studies as well as the pageant itself. And then when it comes to June, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one media, one charity, one what, so that I find myself in a position where I'm balanced. And then I also plan ahead my wardrobe to say, okay, this is going to be my wardrobe for May. And this, we are still waiting for our finalist sessions. And after I receive my sessions, this is going to be my wardrobe post receiving the sesh, so that it can also align with, so that I can also do a finalist photo shoot. And yeah, and also when we are preparing, remember we have others who have walked this journey before. So what I do is to look out for pointers from the ones who have competed before. Go through their social media handles to see what is it that they were doing that made them to stand out and to finally get the crown, and also ask for advice from other pageant queens who have been in similar positions to say, okay, I'm competing for Miss Charm South Africa. Can you please help me out? This is my plan on how I'm going to tackle the pageant. So can you please help me out looking at my plan? Tell me what I should remove or what I should add to my plan.
Wow. It's a lot, eh?
And I also have a PR to say, whatever that goes into my social media, I run it past him first.
Okay.
Will this be good for publicity or not?
Huh.
So that he approves and he's be like, okay, that post, you can put it there.
Wow. It's a lot, eh?
It's a lot.
I didn't think it's this much, eh?
We don't just go there and catwalk on stage. There are a lot of things that are done behind the scenes.
That are done behind the scenes.
Yes.
I can only imagine because I don't know, or maybe it's just me and my ignorance. Okay, let me not speak for people. Maybe, because it's just me and my ignorance. I'm thinking, man, the journey there, it's not as hard as it is. I thought that the hard part was the stage part.
No, the stage part is not the hard part because you already have marks prior to the stage time. Yes, and we also have workshops and pre-judging interviews. So if you make sure that you do your charities or your social or public outreach, and then you ace your pre-judging interviews, then you know that when you're going on stage, you already have an advantage. You're just going on stage to seal off what you've already worked towards.
Wow. Hey, that's a lot of preparation. Talk to me about preparation, because a lot of young men and young women don't want to prepare. They don't want to get ready for anything. They're just expecting that on that day, they'll be their very best. Talk to them there.
There's no such thing as not preparing. Everyone in the competition is your competition. I've been a finalist for Miss Grand South Africa and Miss World South Africa as well. So all of them are national pageants. Although I have an experience with national pageants and how they operate, I still have to prepare and I still have to see everyone as my competition. Because the person that I was last year is not the person that I am today. Not that I have changed myself, but I have grown and I have improved. So that is why it is important to prepare. The person that you were last year, you have to improve from that person. If you think you were good last year, okay, from your good point, improve to being more better than you were last year. So always prepare, practice your walks, practice your advocacy, know why you entered the competition. What is it, what message do you want to get across with this competition?
I know this is very powerful. There's a young man and a young woman out there who are content. They are content with who they are. They are content with what they have done. They don't want to get better. They are not aspiring for more. They are just there. Talk to that one.
I would say there's always a room for growth. Even the people who we think they have made it in life, they are still trying to better themselves or to... You find someone, okay, we look at this person, we're like, this person is a millionaire. But this person is still running his businesses or is still going to work every day. So we should ask ourselves, if this person who is at that point in life is still working so hard, then why are we not trying? It shows that you'll always have something to improve on or to work towards.
Yes. I wonder if there's anything that I've always gotten in trouble for. It's growing. Talk to me. As you are growing, as you are improving, and as you are developing yourself, sometimes you outgrow some people. You outgrow some friends. You outgrow some colleagues. What do you do when you find yourself in that state? And what is it that we can learn? What are those 1 or 2 lessons that you can share with us there?
I think it also depends on why did you outgrow that person.
Okay.
Sometimes nothing has happened, nothing bad, no bad blood between you guys. It's just that because you are growing, you then align with different things. You like this, they like that, and you realize that no, we are actually not compatible. But sometimes it happens that it can be a fallout with a family member, a relationship, or maybe friendships. So if it happens that it's a fallout, I would say if you are in the wrong, always apologize so that you leave the friendship or the relationship in a better state, not in a way that you guys are now enemies or you're fighting. Because in this life thing, you never know who you might need in future.
Yes.
Sometimes you might want assistance from that person, but because you've done something wrong and you didn't want to take accountability and you didn't want to apologize, you cannot approach that person for help or for advice.
Yeah.
But if it's nothing, like nothing happened, you just grew apart, then I would say it happens. Sometimes some things happens for a reason. Yes, so just leave it at that and don't treat them as enemies because you guys have grew apart or have fallen apart. No, just see them as people, and should it happen that one day they need you, be kind to them.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
true. If you stop being kind.
You cannot exist in isolation as a person. We need each other.
Definitely we do. Here you are, a lawyer or advocate, a model. How do you balance these two things, man? How do you balance the two? How do you balance the court days, going there to tear each other in the courtroom, and then coming back, having a blast and just enjoying each other? How do you balance?
So what happens is that I treat modeling more of a hobby.
Okay.
So I do modeling on weekends, and during the day I'm an attorney. I do my professional work. And also sometimes, like today, I'm needed here and I'm supposed to be at the office, but because I'm working for myself, I'm able to reschedule as long as it's not a court appearance. Okay. I'm able to schedule my meetings for, let's say I'm here until around 11:30, then I schedule my meetings for around 1. Then I know that when I leave here, then I go back to my work. What I do is to always know what time I'm going to do what, where, so that I'm able to balance my diary very well.
Okay. And then the $1 million question, can you have it all?
No.
Can you have the career? Can you have the family? Can you have the relation? Can you have it all? Or do you have to sacrifice one?
You are going to have it all eventually, but in your process of having it all, you're going to have to make some sacrifices.
Okay.
Let me give an example with pageants wherein you don't have to be married, you don't have to have kids. So you are going to be married, you're going to have kids in the future, but in the process, you have to put that aside and to say, no, for these 5 years, I'm going to focus on my career in pageantry, and I'm going to start planning for my own family after 5 years, after I've achieved this or that, because some pageants are demanding, and also some pageants come with their own rules to say you cannot be married, you cannot be a mother, all those things. So unless it's those pageants, some pageants they do allow, like some pageants have now allow you to have kids, to be married, you can enter, but others, they are still strict with the normal traditional pageantry rules.
Wow, that is a lot, eh? That is a lot. How do you do it? How do you put some of the things, like, the dreams?
You check which ones matter to you the most.
Okay.
So you are able to prioritize dreams, and whether others can wait or not. You also check the timeline or the years.
Okay.
For example, my law career comes first, and second to it would be modeling. And with modeling, as you are growing, there are some pageants that you cannot enter because they give you, when they list the requirements, they'll be like, South African females between the ages of, let's say, between the ages of 20 and 32. So that means that if you, for now, you start working on planning your family and you put, let's say, your pageantry career aside, post 32, you're not going to be able to enter pageants. So, but if you start with pageants, right, post 30, you can still have a family. So you check the time frames, and you also check which dreams matters to you the most, and then you go with those ones.
Wow, and that's planning there, eh? That's planning, because I'm thinking here. Okay, let me paint for you a scenario here. Here you are. You've got a boyfriend who wants to get married, and of course, being married will come with its own issues and those other things. Yet here you are. You are saying, "Oh, no, baby, not yet. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I want to do." How hard or how easy is that in making those tough decisions in life?
I would say it's not easy, because this is the love of your life and you don't know whether they would remain or they would leave. But I would say in any event, always choose your dreams, always choose your career, because people are unpredictable. You never know. You can choose a person today and the next day an opportunity comes for them and they choose that career. They don't choose you. So choose your dreams and explain to them that, you know what, I want to be married to you. I want to have a family with you, but can we at least wait for 3 years, or can we at least wait for 5 years? Let me get this out of the way first. I'm dealing with this, and once I'm done with it, you and I will get married. And if they are understanding, then they will stay. But if they are not understanding,
something else.
Ish.
Yeah, no, money. I can't imagine how tough and difficult that is. Okay, fine. I don't know if you had the chance or the opportunity to do this, ne? Marama, okay, I don't know. Mario, let me know.
Okay.
If you had, let's say for argument's sake, 10 minutes or 5 minutes to sit down with your mom or to sit down with your dad, and you're reflecting on your life, you're reflecting on the woman you've become, you're reflecting on the life that you are living, and you had this chance to sit with them down, whether to thank them or to say anything to them, what would you say to them? Yeah.
I would say thank you. I would thank them actually, because of the way that they have raised me. They have raised me to be responsible, and to be responsible and cautious of my decisions. Coming from a Christian background, so obviously it comes with strict rules. So I would say it's those strict rules that have actually shaped me, because had I been out of line earlier and they have allowed it, I don't know where I would have been today. But because they were so strict and they had to keep me straight out. So yeah, that's where I am today. So I would say thank you for being so strict, and for also teaching me the importance of prayer, because every time something goes wrong, instead of venting on social media and people will use that against you at some point in life, I kneel down and I pray.
Wow.
So yeah.
No, they play the pivotal role, man. They play the pivotal role. Wow, this is amazing. As we conclude here, talk to me. Talk to me about a dream. Talk to me about a goal or a purpose that you are pursuing, that you want to spend the rest of your life pursuing. What is that thing that you want to do for the rest of your life?
It would be my legal career.
Okay.
Because I want to take it back to, I want to take it to the unemployment. I think one of the reasons why I entered Miss Charm South Africa is to have my voice expanded. Okay. So I post graduation and post law school, I was looking for articles, and they are so hard to find. Man, unemployment in South Africa is real. So with those months that I was job hunting, and you come across requirements for the job, and they'll be like, new graduate, but at the same time, for a junior role, they'll be like 2 years experience. Where am I supposed to get the 2 years experience? I'm just a new graduate. I'm just a fresh graduate. So I want to continue and make sure that my firm is successful, so that I'm able to be reasonable when I employ others. I understand you're a fresh graduate. I myself had to start somewhere and learn the job. Theory and the practical knowledge is not the same thing. And also, I want to use the Miss Crown South Africa title to expand my voice on unemployment. What I want to do, what I understand is that I obviously cannot hire the whole of South Africa. But what I can do is to empower others that come after me through things like skills development. I'm good with makeup. So what we can do is, okay, we have people who are unemployed. How can we assist them so that they can be able to sustain themselves? If we equip them with these skills, teach them how to do makeup so that they enter the beauty industry, for example, and then they are able to sustain themselves instead of waiting for relief funds. And also we get other people on board to help us with other skills, because we understand that different people have different skills. So to help us with other skills, so we teach these people, and when they learn these skills, instead of waiting for the government to create jobs, they are able to be self-employed and to sustain themselves. So that is my goal.
Wow, that is powerful. And where can we vote for you? Where can we get hold of your services when we are in legal trouble and all these other things? Where can we get hold of you? What are the social media handles?
So my social media handles on Instagram as Pertunia_legal, and then on Facebook as Pertunia Mathole. I use my full names, and for my company profile it's Mathole MP Attorneys Inc. And for my TikTok it's Pertunia_legal as well. And for voting processes, because it's a link to vote there, a vote starts at 50 rands. So on my social media profile, I have pinned a post that contains the link to voting. And also, if you are able, you can follow me and also follow Miss Cham South Africa. And my contact details are 079 061 2187.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, if there's one thing that I always say to my guests is that my prayer for you is that may God enlarge you. May God bless you. May He ensure that all of the dreams that you have, all of the ambitions that you have, may He ensure that they do come through, and that everything that you are dreaming of and everything that you want to achieve, may He ensure that it comes through. And then one day when you are listing the company there on the JSE, you'd also invite us. I've got an IPO here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We'll definitely do invite. Maybe we might be inviting you to a homecoming when we bring the crown.
Definitely when we bring the crown, you must invite me, please.